Russell T Davies continues to leave the light on for good old Doctor Who and hopes that it'll be renewed by the BBC and they can continue on funding his vanity project that is season 3. And mostly, well, on one hand, I don't want it for very obvious reasons, but then on the other, it's like, okay, with a reduced budget, with Disney pulling out of the project, which hasn't been made official, but come on now, like we're just a couple of weeks away from them just finally coming out and saying, yeah, we're probably done doing that stuff, and we won't really have any like new content or anything like that, but don't worry, you can still watch all the crap that nobody watched to begin with over on Disney Plus, but nobody's watching Disney Plus to begin with, so yeah, it's still over there if you're so inclined. But no, I kind of want to watch just a lower budget disaster that RTD can write with whatever he's going to be doing with Billie Piper, because, oh yeah, cool, we're just going to throw out that mystery box. It's like, okay, how are we going to make Rose a doctor when she's already an established character? Because this is it's supposed to make you guys fan theorize, but at the end of the day, it just made most people, okay, now that we're a couple of weeks removed from this revelation, everybody just like rolled their eyes and it's like, nah man, Doctor Who's dead at this point in time. But RTD, hey, he's got teases, okay, he's got plans, so if you're still excited, I don't know, man, check yourself into your local sanitarium. But RTD teases major Doctor Who twist as Billie Piper returns after shock regeneration. As everyone said farewell to the 15th Doctor, they also got a sight of another very familiar face as the Doctor regenerated, and it was none other than Billie Piper. And Billie's first appearance in the Whoniverse. Oh, he's still trying to make that a thing, huh? When Doctor Who returned to screens in 2005 as Rose Tyler, a much-loved companion to the Doctor, played by Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant. But just how and why she is back remains to be seen. Speaking of the surprise twist, Russell T Davies adds, Billie once changed the whole of television back in 2005, and now she's done it again. It's an honor and a hoot to welcome her back to the TARDIS. But quite how and why and who is a story yet to be told. After 62 years, the Doctor's adventures are only just beginning. Speaking of her return, Billie says, it's no secret how much I love this show, and I have always said I would love to return to the Whoniverse, as I have some of my best memories there. So, to be given the opportunity to step back on that TARDIS one more time was just something I couldn't refuse. But who, how, why, and when, you'll just have to wait and see. Now, there's a lot packed into those last couple of paragraphs. A lot of it is just simply, there's still a story yet to be told. This is just the beginning. Who, why, when, and how the hell is this going to happen? We don't know. So, basically, it's kind of alluding to what most people are thinking is going to happen. Like, okay, for as much as it's very widely expected for Disney to pull out of their commitments, that's fine. But is the BBC, given the fact that they're just simply spending taxpayer money, ever going to cancel the project? Yeah, I don't really think so. So potentially, like, okay, because as there's nothing on the slate, there's not going to be a Christmas special. Maybe there will be now. Maybe they could just cobble some shit together and throw it out there on Christmas Day to just ruin everybody's post-Christmas get-together. That's of course possible, but very likely, like, if they're going to be doing a special, which I think if there is a continuation in any form or fashion, like, that's the most likely way that they go. Okay, maybe they do a couple of episodes a la the 60th anniversary, but outside of that, but just like a fully commissioned season, I don't think that's very likely. A spin-off for sure, and apparently, okay, and according to Russell T Davies, as much as he's excited and oh my god, there's still stories to tell, Doctor Who showrunner says, we don't know what's happening yet amid uncertain future, but insists the series will never end. Oh yeah, we don't know what's really going to happen because we don't really have a doctor, but we have a Billie Piper. Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies is addressing the series' uncertain future. Last month's finale and the show's second season at the BBC and Disney Plus saw the departure of Ncuti Gatwa to go and do other gay black things in Hollywood as the Doctor, and the reintroduction of Billie Piper, yes, who played Rose Tyler in the early 2000s with the reboot. We know. However, Doctor Who has yet to be picked up for a third season by the BBC and Disney Plus. It was originally given a 2-season order. Oh no, I thought it was more than that. It was commissioned by Disney for like 24 episodes or 24 or 36, because they ended up delivering on half of their commitment. They're like, no, we're good. But the 2-season order, right? Yeah, that was always the plan. It's kind of like the same thing after Arcane Season 2 just came out and horrified audiences. No, the plan was always 2 seasons. And then a couple of days after release, and everybody was like, the fuck was that? Okay, you went from this clash struggle in the first season to fighting God at the end of the second. How the fuck did we get here? I don't know, we just ran out of time. Oh, okay, cool. So it was always supposed to be 2 seasons. Yeah, that's fine. Cool stuff, man. So glad you got all your ships in order. Atrocious. Terrible. But back to Doctor Who, something equally as gay. It was, yes, originally given the 2-season order under a co-production pact between the companies that hoped to raise Doctor Who's profile in the United States, which, if you were around a decade ago during the 50th anniversary, you didn't really need another company to come in to help raise the profile of Doctor Who. It was pretty massive. In a column in the latest issue of Doctor Who magazine, Davies, who shepherded the 2005 revival and shepherded the 2023 funeral, admitted that he even doesn't know where the series is headed. We don't know yet what's happening, Davies wrote, announcing it would be taking a pause in writing for the publication. Oh, well, everyone works that out. Yeah. Hey, I got another job working over at Channel 4 to write another show, so, yeah, we're just, to just harken back to other things I've been talking about. God, because where was that quote? Yeah. No, he was on a podcast. He was on somebody's podcast saying, yeah, things like that. It's normal for shows to go on like a 5 to 10 year hiatus. Don't worry about it. That's fine. Also backing up other claims from, leakers and scoopers out there saying, the BBC's looking at putting this shit on like a 5 to 10 year hiatus. It's funny how all this stuff ends up coalescing at the end of the day. But no, you're just a bigot and a chud. And if you don't want to tune in, that's totally fine. Remember what they said at the beginning of the first season? Yeah, it doesn't matter if any of you bigoted fans don't want to tune in, because we'll be picking up 2 or 3 other fans for this. How'd that work out for you? But yes, he added, hopefully we'll have news soon. I doubt it. However, Davies insisted that he's confident Doctor Who will always exist in some form. Yes, it'll just be like Sauron at the end of the Third Age. It'll just become wisps on the wind. People will remember the name, but they won't be able to see it because it'll never once again be able to take physical form. Doctor Who will never end. Is that a threat? There are pathways, many to which some consider to be unnatural, leading to potential futures. We've still got the mystery of the bright and blazing ending. Oh, hello. Yes, indeed. Hello, Billy. Yes. And then also, goodbye, Billy. Why'd you have to ruin the legacy of Rose? Why'd you have to come back? Why'd you have to do that? Like, it was already cringe enough, but then you made us cringe even harder at the end. Stop it. Though Gatwa's doctor did regenerate into Piper, it was not explicitly stated that she will be the next, to wield the sonic screwdriver. Yeah, ain't that hilarious? Because you also had the really, really weird and definitely not just slapped in there Jodie Whittaker cameo that she could go in and say, oh my god, you're the best male doctor, but I'm still the best doctor in general, and they could have a narcissism off. It was just such a wonderful scene to include into this already failing season. Yeah, go ahead and bring out the only other competition Ncuti would have for most unlikable doctor. It's probably still got to go to Jodie. But hey man, for thumbnail bait, she probably is the most likable in that respect. Ncuti just, whenever he would cry, ooh, which was every episode. I mean, yeah, it really is a toss-up between the two as to who was the worst doctor. Probably Gatwa, because he oversaw the death of it. I don't know, man. But yes, it's no secret how much I love this show. And I've always said I would love to return to the Whoniverse. Yeah, that was what Piper said that we read in the press release from before. Rumors started swirling around Gatwa's potential departure even before season 2's premiere in April. Yeah, all of those scoopers, they were like, yeah, Gatwa's already he's already filmed his regeneration. It's like, oh shit, really? And it's like, oh god, what's going to end up happening? Or what's going to end up happening? Do they already see the writing on the wall with the first season tanking in ratings, and we didn't know how bad it would ultimately get? How many episodes were down in the 1 point something range? Yeah, all but 2, 6 out of the 8. Good stuff. But Gatwa, who made history as, yes, the first openly queer black actor, well, he's really hard, especially for him. Like, it's going to be very difficult for him to hide one of those characteristics. I mean, can we make it any more obvious? But, yeah, the way that he performs in the moment that he opens his mouth, it's also very difficult for him to hide the other reason that he got hired for that. But yes, for the Doctor himself, he's actually not the first gay Doctor, because when Tennant came back for, his spin as the 14th Doctor, and during the 60th anniversary, he ended up confirming that canonically the Doctor is gay because he had a hot, sweaty summer, and oh no, I'm sorry, that was Ncuti Gatwa in his first episode, the Christmas episode, where he admitted he had butt sex with Houdini or some shit like that. I don't know, man. some shit dick activities ended up taking place. But no. David Tennant found Isaac Newton, Indian Isaac Newton, because the BBC just has to be the BBC. He found him hot in the second episode of the 60th anniversary trifecta of failure. Right. But yes, the shortest reigning Doctor had 2 companions, one in Millie Gibson and the other in Virata Setu, all of which will be looking for work because Gatwa wants to go ahead and pursue his Hollywood aspirations. But in reality, he has the same viability as Doctor Who at this point in time, a series he helped. I wouldn't say that he caused it to run into the ground. I would put that squarely on the shoulders of Russell T Davies. He had a lot of help along the way, but those were some legendarily shit scripts, and how long are we going to get, or how long is it going to take before all of these shill sites go, wow, this is a clinical destruction of a franchise, one of which is going to have to be studied alongside Star Trek, alongside Star Wars, and if given enough time, and if they take this long to come around to it, the MCU. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.